No one saw it coming, not the fans, not the staff, and not even the woman who always holds it together. But this time, something broke. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta took a shocking turn when Yandy Smith Harris, usually calm, usually controlled, broke down in the middle of a scene. Her voice shook, tears ran down, and she said the words no one expected to hear. "I can't trust Mendeecees or Rashida anymore." She didn't whisper it. She said it loud and clear. The set went silent. Even the crew froze, unsure whether to cut or keep rolling. Word spread before the episode even aired. Fans asked, what did Mendeecees do? What did Rashida do? Weren't they family? Twitter called it the worst kind of betrayal. Others begged for context. The lines of loyalty suddenly felt blurry. The old trust among the OGs? It was falling apart. It started like any other shooting day. Cameras up, makeup touch-ups, producers moving around. But the room felt tense. Yandy walked in looking polished and professional, but her eyes told a different story, heavy, tired, guarded. The staff noticed, but no one asked. They clipped the mic and waited for Yandy to slide into her perfect reality TV rhythm. Not today. When Rashida walked in, there was no hug, no smile, only a cold, awkward quiet. Rashida tried to cover it with a grin, but you could see it. She knew a storm was coming. And then Mendeecees showed up. He wasn't even scheduled that day. He acted normal, but for weeks Yandy had seen him whispering in corners, meeting people she asked him not to meet. The director told them to sit and catch up. Yandy didn't pretend. She sat down, folded her arms, stared into the camera and said, "Let's stop pretending. When people I trust stab me in the back, I'm not going to keep smiling." The room froze. Rashida blinked, confused and defensive. "What are you talking about?" Mendeecees looked away like he already knew. Yandy turned to Mendeecees first. "You told me you had my back. You said you wouldn't talk to her after what she did. But you went behind my back to smooth things over, Yandy." "I was just trying to fix it." He started. "Don't," Yandy snapped. "Stop gaslighting me." Rashida straightened up. "So now you're mad at me because your man wanted peace? How is that my fault?" Yandy laughed through a tear. "I'm mad because I shared something private with you. I told you what I was going through with my family. I told you what I was fighting. And you talked. You told Kirk. Kirk told Bambi. Bambi told Scrappy. Now everyone knows." Mendeecees stepped between them, palms up. "Relax, this isn't the way." But Yandy stood. "You were supposed to keep it. You knew I had issues at home. I was trying to hold it together for the cameras. Now my business is everywhere. And you," she looked at Mendeecees, "you let it happen. That's not fair." Mendeecees said, "I didn't even know what Rashida told Kirk until later with Yandy." "You always know." Yandy shot back. "You hear everything. You just choose when to care." Behind the scenes, producers sprinted. No one expected it to get this real, this fast. But no one yelled cut. The rawness was gold. Every blink, every breath, every side eye. Rashida leaned forward. "I didn't mean to betray you. I was worried. You didn't look okay. I had to talk to someone. And when you talked to your husband," Yandy said. My pain turns into a group chat joke. The air got heavy. Mendeecees rubbed his face. "This season was supposed to be quiet. There was no reset," Yandy said, looking right through him. "Not when betrayal keeps getting replayed." Kirk tried to joke. "Maybe you should have kept your marriage stuff to yourself." "Say that again," Yandy said. "Slow. I'm just saying you don't have to share everything if you don't want people talking." That broke her. Yandy pulled back, crying again. "You're right. I should never have trusted any of you." The room shifted from tense to broken. Assistants stared at the floor. No one wanted to be in it. Rashida stood, reached for Yandy. "Don't leave like this. I'm done talking," Yandy said. "Even when the cameras aren't rolling, you all say enough outside." Yandy sat on a makeup trailer step, wiping her face with a paper towel. The cameras gave space, but they kept rolling. Her voice went small. "I don't know who I can talk to anymore. This used to feel like home. Now it feels like everyone's waiting for me to break so they can post it first." The leaked clip hit the internet that night. The Yandy the fans knew, calm, polished, protective, was now shattered on screen. Not from a silly fight, but from a deep cut by people she loved. Inside, Rashida paced, upset. Kirk crossed his arms and watched. No one saw Mendeecees leave. Some say he sat in the car for 20 minutes, not moving, just thinking. Producers asked Rashida if she wanted to reshoot or film a confessional to explain. She shook her head. "It's out now. I know she's hurt, but I'm not the villain." But the whispers kept growing. People said Rashida was getting closer to Bambi. People said Bambi and Scrappy and Spice had already been talking about something, with Yandy's name all over it. The tension didn't cool. It spread. And the set waited, breath held, for what would happen next. The cast started to gather like magnets. Bambi arrived first, too eager for someone who wasn't shooting. Scrappy followed. Then Spice. Rashida rolled her eyes. Great, the panel, you invited them. Kirk asked. No. Rashida said. They saw the call sheet outside. Yandy wiped the last tear and walked back in. Not because she was ready, because she was done running. She sat. Everyone watched. Bambi broke the silence. What happened? The energy is nasty. Someone needs to talk. She happened, Yandy said, looking right at Rashida. Really? Rashida shot back. After everything, that's your line. You betrayed me, Yandy said plain. And you know it. Bambi raised an eyebrow. Is this about the secret? The one everybody knows now? Spice leaned in. We're saying it out loud now? Okay, Scrappy frowned. What's the secret? Rashida exhaled. It's not a secret anymore. Yandy looked down. It was my mother. She's sick. She asked me to keep it off the show. I told Rashida because she was supposed to be family. I told her I was scared. I told her I was drowning. And Kirk turned it into small talk. Kirk opened his mouth. Spice cut him off. Not you. Bambi stared at Rashida. You really did that? I didn't mean for it to spread, Rashida said. I thought Kirk would keep it private. But he didn't, Yandy said. Now everyone knows something I wasn't ready to share. Then Mendeecees re-entered. Like he'd been listening outside. I messed up too, he said. I should have stood stronger for you. But you shut me out. I didn't shut you out. Yandy replied. I was protecting myself. I asked you not to mediate with Rashida. You still texted her. You still took Kirk to lunch. I thought I was helping. Mendeecees said. You were saving face. Yandy said. Not saving me. Spice folded her arms. So you all plan to bleed out in front of the entire crew? Yandy looked up, eyes full of hurt and heat. I'm done fixing relationships that only work when I stay quiet. Rashida stood, jaw tight. You want to paint me as the villain. But you haven't been perfect either. When did I share your private life? Yandy asked. When did I run to Kirk with your pain and make it table talk? Silence, thick and loud. And make it table talk. Silence, thick and loud. Bambi shook her head. This is why nobody trusts anybody here. History isn't loyalty. Actions are. Exactly, Scrappy said. Right now, none of y'all moving like you loyal to anything but your image. Yandy took a breath. I never wanted to be the girl crying on camera. But here we are. And I never wanted to say this. I can't trust you. Mendeecees looked crushed. What do you want me to do? First, stop lying to yourself, Yandy said. You weren't keeping peace. You were keeping your name clean. Security moved closer. Not because anyone was fighting, but because the air was sharp. Producers whispered about delaying shoots, even taking a mid-season break. But the footage was too real. Too honest. Too good. The internet was on fire. New angles from crew phones. New whispers. Hashtag Team Yandy. Hashtag Trust Escone. Hashtag Mendeecees. Old clips of Mendeecees defending Rashida at a panel resurfaced. Fans were choosing sides without waiting for the episode. Back in the studio, Kirk finally tried to sound wise. The real problem is y'all think friendship means keeping quiet. Sometimes the truth hurts. You told everyone else my truth before I could, Yandy said. You told your wife, that's marriage. Kirk shrugged. Then say that, Yandy snapped. Don't pretend it's care. You made it content, Bambi smirked. If acting was a sport, Kirk would be in the Hall of Fame. Scrappy laughed, then looked sorry. My bad. Bad timing. Mendeecees paced. How did we become this? We used to be a team. Now we're a circus because we perform loyalty, Rashida said quietly. We don't practice it. That line hit. Somewhere along the way, they protected their images more than each other. And those images were cracking. Producers called a break. Yandy shook her head. No, let's finish. If we leave now, it gets messier. They moved to a private lounge. Fewer people. Softer light. Same tension. Yandy faced Mendeecees. Do you believe me at all? He hesitated. I believe you believe it. I'm not saying you're lying. I'm saying even if it wasn't meant as harm, it felt like betrayal. Intent doesn't erase impact. Yandy said, repeat that. Bambi nodded. Rashida swallowed. I made a mistake. I hurt you. I didn't mean to, but I did. I get it if you never trust me again. Yandy breathed in. I don't know if I can. But I needed to hear that. A small release passed through the room. Not a fix, a pause. Mendeecees looked at Yandy. I'm sorry I didn't protect you. I'm sorry I didn't show up when you needed me. Yandy met his eyes. I don't need perfection. I need honesty. Even if it costs you your image. He nodded, quiet, no hugs. No neat ending. Just truth sitting heavy in the air. No one knew Erica Mena had been in the production trailer. Headphones on, listening to every word. When the set cleared, Erica Mena stepped into the hallway, phone in hand, a small smile. I got what I needed, she whispered. We move tomorrow. That night, Yandy sat in her hotel room, unread messages on her phone. She opened the camera and recorded, not for social, for herself. The hardest part of this platform is that even your pain becomes product, she said. You build walls, they find a way around them. I love them. I still do. But love without protection feels like being left alone. And I don't know who is protecting me now. She saved it. Didn't post. Across town, Erica Mena turned on a ring light and shot an unsanctioned confessional. Everyone wants to pity Yandy, she said. They forget who Yandy used to be. Is she crying because she's hurt? Or because her game isn't working anymore? She sent the clip to production. The network started arguing in the edit bay. Some said it went too far. Others said it was a season. Scrappy tweeted, loyalty ain't a contract. Betrayal is always in the fine print. Fans assumed it was about Yandy and Rashida. The replies exploded. By week's end, 3 blogs posted 3 different exclusives. One said Yandy and Mendeecees were done. Another said Rashida was out of the opening credits. A third claimed Yandy quit the show. None confirmed. All loud quietly, Yandy called lawyers not to sue, but to ask about her rights to the footage. That scared people. If Yandy moved, others might follow. Mendeecees sent one last message. I messed up. I love you. I'm here when you want to talk. Yandy read it. Didn't answer. Rashida watched her comments turn cruel. Kurt told her to ignore it. But it hurt. Because deep down, Rashida knew Yandy wasn't wrong, and when the season airs, the moment that will live isn't a cameo or a glam shot. It's Yandy wiping her face, looking into the lens, and saying, I can't trust Mendeecees or Rashida anymore because she meant it. So now it's on the audience. What do you think really happened? Was Yandy right to call out Mendeecees and Rashida on camera? Did emotion take over? Did Rashida mean harm? Or make a bad choice? Was Mendeecees keeping peace? Or keeping his name clean? And with Erica Mena moving in the shadows, are we about to see this story explode from a new angle? If you're locked in, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell. This story isn't over. Your comments matter. We're reading everything. Comments matter. We're reading everything.